Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can write a good SOP, as in a statement of purpose. Now, before I start telling you how you should write a good one, let me tell you what an SOP is and how that is used to evaluate your profile. So, an SOP is written if you want to fetch an admission into colleges or universities abroad, and this defines what you are as a person, what you want to do in your career, short term, long term goals, what your accomplishments so far have been, and how you are a good fit into the program that you're applying to. So basically, this is for anyone who wants to study abroad in any of the programs available. So you can either be doing a master's, you can be doing an undergrad, or even a PhD program. Most colleges require an SOP. Sometimes an SOP is a Q&A format, or sometimes it's in an essay format. But whatever that is, you are still going to be answering the following questions. You're going to answer what your personal background has been, how have you been financially, what your career goals are, short term and long term, what your education qualifications are and your interests are, and why this particular course, college or university and country interests you, why do you wish to stay back in that country, and what your other hobbies or interests are apart from education. Now, when you are writing a good SOP, it means that you've done enough research about the college and the country that you're going to. And that's the basis of this video. I'm assuming that you've already made that choice and you wish to draft a good SOP for your dream college or your university. So remember that you make that decision very carefully. So you will have to be clear on all of these parameters before you think about applying or expressing your interest. That's when your SOP will become good. Let's move ahead now and understand how the details that I mentioned, your personal background, your career goals, and your achievements should be put across in your statement of purpose. Then let's look at the first one, which is your personal and your financial background. Now, here, do not have to include every detail about every family member that's out there or everything that you faced financially. You don't have to include all of these details. You just have to include what you are as a person and what you are as a family and how your family has molded your personality. The idea here is to reflect what you are as a person and put that in your SOP, because so after this comes your professional qualification. So what have you done at your job, or what have you done in your college, what have you learned, what course you've done, all of these learnings. So these job duties and your educational qualifications should reflect the technical skills that you gained and also a little bit of soft skills. Now moving ahead to some achievements, you will have to include some accomplishments that you did at your workplace or in your college. So it can be anything, but you need to include any such accomplishment that you've had. Now if you don't have such accomplishments, the earlier skill sets that you mentioned are sufficient. Now moving ahead to what you want to become. Now here is where you will have to be very clear about expressing your goals. You will have to talk about what you want to become in the short term, say in the next 2-3 years, and what you want to become in the long term. And that has to be clear and specific. So here is where you have to be specific about your goals, both short term and long term. By specific, I mean you cannot be saying that in the long term I would see myself heading the tech wing of a certain company. You will have to say what you want to oversee, what you will become an expert in, and how that expertise will help drive a certain company. And in the short term, what you see yourself working as. This can also include the organizations that you can be a part of or you want to be a part of in that particular country. The organizations can be either startups, can be either big businesses. So that's how you express your goals. Now moving ahead to probably the most important part in the SOP, which is talking about the college, talking about the course, talking about the university. Here also, answers are pretty much the same for every college, university and country. You want to go to that country because you see opportunities there. You want to study in that college because that college offers you the exact same role that you want to pursue. And also, Maybe because your peers are there, you like a certain professor. These reasons are commonly expressed as wishes to be fulfilled by students. But you still have to mention it specifically. You have to talk about the specific things that you like about the college, like about the course, like about the country. Okay? And it will help if you do this research along by interacting with people already working there or studying there, or people who live there. So when you do that research, your answer becomes specific, and the person who is reading it understands you've done your research and you're not writing it just to impress the other person. Head to the next section of the SOP, which is talking about what you are as a person, what you like to do, any extracurricular activities that you've done, any other interests that you have and you would like to pursue. One more section that you may add in your SOP is your fields of interest, as in if you've published a certain paper or have done research in a certain field of study, you may include that, and you may include what exactly you researched about. So this will give the person who's reading it in the admissions committee a holistic knowledge about who you are, what you want to study, and why you want to do so. So remember, you will have to draft an SOP that's unique to every college. You cannot be using the same template everywhere. Of course, things that are personal to you, things that you've done will remain the same, but why you want to get to that college, to that country, to that course should change based on the college that you're applying to. Right? So that's it about today's video. I hope these insights helped you. Follow me for more such insights. If you want help with your SOP, you can reach out on the comment section and help you understand how the whole service works. And if you want to be coached by me for the IELTS coaching, you can again check out the link in the video description. You will find an admissions form to fill. You can express your interest and we'll reach out to you. If you want to take my free IELTS classes, we also do that. You can just check out the WhatsApp group. That link is also there in the description of this video. You can join the group and get more free updates and resources about the IELTS test. So I'll see you guys again in another video. Make sure you're consistent in your practice, and all the best for your college admissions.